Today we're going to look at some order of operations and do exponents as well, so it's a little bit more advanced. Here are the order of operations. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition, subtraction. Remember, you have to do what's inside the parentheses first, followed by simplifying any exponents, then multiplying and dividing from left to right, so do them at the same time. Same with addition, from left to right, do them both at the same time. So let's look at some problems. This problem already jumps out as one that's a little bit more difficult. There is a long fraction line, which is division. There's an exponent. So we have to figure out what to do first. Start off with parentheses. Well, there's parentheses here and there's parentheses here. We need to do what's inside them first. 8 minus 3, we can do that. That's 5. 10 minus 7, well, that's 3. So I'm going to rewrite everything else. So negative 15 minus 3 parentheses, there's a 5 in there, squared, divided by 3. Next, this parenthesis, we don't have to do anything with the parenthesis. That parenthesis now means multiplication. But there is an exponent, so we have to do that next. 5 to the power of 2, well, that's 25, because that's 5 times 5. If you need help with exponents, please look at the exponent video. Next, go ahead and do multiplication and division from left to right. Well, this is written as a fraction. Since it's written as a fraction, we deal with the top as its own little problem, and then we divide by 3 at the end. So we have to do 3 times 25 first. Well, that's negative 15 minus 75, because that's 3 times 25. And this one, or another reason this is a little bit more advanced, is we're dealing with negative numbers. Next, we have to do what's on the top still. So we have to combine these because they're the same sign. We add them together, keep the sign. We get negative 90. Then the last step is we have to divide by 3. Basically, you do the top of a fraction and the bottom of a fraction as their own separate problems, like they have invisible parentheses around them first. Then divide at the end. So my answer is negative 30. Next, another problem. This one looks extremely difficult at first, but I guarantee you it'll be simplified down and it won't be that bad. We have two sets of parentheses in this problem. We have the regular parentheses and we have these called brackets. They're treated as if they are their own parentheses. Then you also have 3 exponents here, which can cause some problems. So let's see what happens. First, start with the innermost parentheses to simplify it. So looking at the innermost parentheses, we're looking right here. And we say, okay, let's go ahead and get rid of the first thing inside of there, which is exponents. Now, 5 to the power of 2 is 25. We should know that. But why did I underline this one? Well, if you cover up everything else, this minus 4 squared, the 4 squared is simply by itself inside the other parentheses. So I can go ahead and simplify it just to make it easier on me for later, instead of constantly writing 4 squared. Nothing else will affect that. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this. Notice the minus 5 squared became minus 25, and the minus 4 squared became minus 16. Next, we still have to finish the innermost parentheses, so we do 10 plus 19 minus 25. Well, 10 plus 19 is 29. 29 minus 25 is 24. So my new problem looks like this. Next, we have to do exponents on the inside. So 4 to the power of 3. Well, 4 to the power of 3 means 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Then we still have this divide by 2. So if we look right here, that's a fraction. We need to go ahead and simplify that. 64 divided by 2, that is 32. Then 32 minus 16 is inside these parentheses or brackets. So we subtract and we get 16. And then 3 times 16 is 48. Go back and relook at that last problem. It has a lot of good stuff in it. And as always, thank you for using Seyer Mathematics.